about that night.
You can't do this! What just happened?
It's like you're afraid if I don't do everything perfectly, you're gonna lose me.
Oh, baby, I'm afraid even if you do everything perfectly, I'm gonna lose you.
What's your name?
Tandy. And his name was...
Yeah, Tyrone. Don't shoot!
Wait, are you that kid?
Welcome back to Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, as we take a look at the Cloak and Dagger DLC pack. Now, Cloak and Dagger releases on Freeform on the 9th, so I figured might as well cover it now. This pack contains certain characters, of course, Cloak and Dagger. That's kind of cool, Cloak. Nice attack. Cloak can throw her daggers, Dagger can throw daggers. And this is Tyrone, who has a cloak that enables him to teleport. This is kind of cool. Their series releases, and I have mixed feelings about it. So we're going to take a look at Tandy. She's played by Olivia Holt, which you might know from Picking It, and I think it shows I Didn't Do It from Disney. Okay, after feeling alone and neglected in her hometown, Tandy traveled to New York City to start anew. After Tyrone Johnson saved her from being robbed, the pair became friends and were eventually tricked by chemists to being test subjects for a new chemical known as D-Light. I get it. The chemical awoke a life force inside Tandy, and she became known as Dagger. It was her light that kept Cloak's darkness in check. Okay, 1982. Now in the series, it looks like she's being the troubled youngster that she is and kind of running away from her life, while Tyrone has a great and privileged life. So let's read about Tyrone. After running away from his home in Boston, Tyrone arrived in New York alone and penniless. After saving Tandy Bowen from being robbed, the pair became friends and were eventually tricked by chemists into being test subjects for a new chemical known as D-Light. The chemical awoke the dark force inside Tyrone, and he became his Cloak. Now, I don't like that about Cloak's story. I could understand Dagger's thing a bit more, but for Cloak, it's for me, for the story for Cloak, it's always like he found this cloak, it was like a family heirloom or something, and he got it after that. I don't like separating these two, but we need to look at the other characters in the pack, which is Black Bolt. I want to say Black Bolt. Blackout. He was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think it'd be interesting if he appeared in the show, but I highly doubt it, because he's already appeared in the show, but he's kind of, he uses darkness, he's kind of a demon, depending on what you read. He was the main villain of a Ghost Rider film, I think it was Spirit of Vengeance. I'm not quite sure. I'm pretty sure he's a demon. In some iterations he's a demon for some reason, but you can't take him seriously with a lightning bolt on his chest. Okay, 1978 is Blackout. Marcus worked for a laboratory assistant for Dr. Abner Court, who was attempting to build a device to tap into the energies from other dimensions. After an accident in the lab, Marcus was exposed to the power of the Dark Force dimension and discovered he now had the ability to manipulate Dark Force. He himself Blackout and creating a special suit to contain the Dark Force, he began testing his powers on a series of robberies. So he's a villain. I wonder if he can fly. Is the villain coming? Okay, yeah, he can fly. It makes sense that he's in this because he's the Dark Force, which is a thing of both Tandy and Tyrone, which I don't like Tyrone's name because it feels really generic. Now this is Mr. Negative. He's been in the news a lot recently because he's the main villain of the Spider-Man PS4 game. Doesn't surprise me that he's in this. I was surprised at first because like it doesn't really fit his stuff, and then it's like, I'm gonna read. Now he's probably gonna talk about the Dark Force in here, so I just gonna let you know. Originally a member of the Snakeheads gang, the man known as Martin Lee was captured by a Maggia crime family and subjected to a chemical called Delight. Notice that. As a result, Lee developed superpowers and his personality split into two halves. Martin Lee, who's focused on humanitarian, and Mr. Negative, who's dedicated to revenge against the Maggia. Wow, 2007! Probably the newest Spider-Man villain when you think about it, because most Scream. Well, the newest noteworthy villain. I find it weird that he has a sword, but yet again he's Japanese! Pretty sure he's just Asian, I don't want to do that. Okay, Nightmare. This guy is rumored to be the Doctor Strange villain too, which I wouldn't put it past it because I thought he was going to be the first villain, because then they could introduce the Soul Gem. But I like his fighting ability because he summons a freaking horse, and I love that. Let's read more about Nightmare, because he might be the villain in the next Doctor Strange movie. Okay, Nightmare. Okay, Nightmare is the ruler of the Nightmare world, well, obviously, found within a dream dimension. Whilst in his realm, Nightmare is a being of near on point in power, and has the power to influence living beings as they sleep, as well as tap into a sleeping person's astral form with his form in his world to torment them in any way he wishes. Nightmare is a frequent foe of Doctor Strange. Wow, 1996! Those Strange Tales make sense, but 1996, that's pretty good. And then we finally have Strahd, who is kind of a vigilante and kind of a still a villain for him.
You can do it, Avengers. I believe in you.
For Cloak and Dagger. I don't like you guys talking while I'm trying to think. I want to say, I think he would be a really cool villain for the Cloak and Dagger series, but orphan at just 10 years old, Max vowed to dedicate his life to fighting crime. After finishing college in childhood DePaul, to join the cult of Kai to study martial arts. Upon completing their training, he was branded with the Kiss of Kai, which took away Max's sight, but replaced it with a mystical extrasensory perception, and eventually took the identity of Strahd. Okay, so he's kind of a vigilante, but still, I think he'd be kind of interesting as a character in Cloak and Dagger. But we're actually going to, I want to switch back to Tandy. I don't like Tyrone's name, I will say that more than once, because I feel like it's so generic. Because people are going to be like, what do you mean it's generic? Well, Tyrone, that's just like a token black guy name. But it's Double Trouble, so let's get to it.
Okay, my lovely Gwenthusiasts, this one gets a little creepy. Story is, there are a couple of kids, Tyrone and Tandy. They get along, but find themselves on the wrong side of the tracks. We've all been there. But these guys, they end up getting experimented on by some kind of evil criminal mastermind. He has a particular interest in chemicals, mixing them up, seeing what happens. Kinda like when I eat multi-flavored jelly beans, try combining toffee with bubblegum. Anywho, you know how it goes. The kids get in the way, end up acquiring devastating powers. He's Cloak, she's Dagger. Cloak and Dagger, get it? Back to the evil criminal mastermind. Obviously, he has an overpowered super henchman somewhere. They never work alone, these guys. Which means Cloak and Dagger are gonna have to utilize all their fancy new powers in order to escape from the lab and the bad guys. Good luck!
I won't lie, I'm actually looking forward to the show. The only thing I had against it is from Freeform, and they normally have like they're kind of like the CW in the fact that they over-sexualize the characters and hit for the teenage audience. I don't mind, really, because I get to watch The Flash.
Looks like our heroes have gotten themselves into a bit of a sticky situation here. I wonder if there's a way they can get that gate open.
I like the crabs, they're kind of cool, kind of crabby, but okay, we need Cloak for that, because Cloak can teleport. I don't like the story that Cloak is, that he got his powers from Delight, because I feel like that takes some of the awesomeness out of them. But what I mean is that I thought his he was inherited Cloak. It's not part of him. For Tandy, I can understand. But it's the thing with the genetically like they were genetically modified. That story gets old pretty fast. You have to keep it interesting. I can understand if Tandy was experimented on, like, or like his cloak was selling the demon to, so he has the darkness. Well, she has. I saw it's kind of racist. I thought okay, that's going on. Oh boy, generic bad guy in New York. Wow, color me surprised. I will say I like the cloak because you can just attack farther. I bet you can cut that because she's dagger. I am looking forward to the show. I will watch it. I will set my timer for it because I don't watch most shows during the summer. I mostly just rewatch it. My plan is once Arrow finishes up, I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna binge watch season 6 because I've been watching it. I watched past Deathstroke Returns. No, that's not true. I stopped watching after episode 9 of the season because that was the missing finale, and that's when the team broke up. I'm really intrigued because what's gonna happen because I've heard rumors that I like. Mainly that season 7 is gonna be an escape from Zermax, which I'm really intrigued by because it was a scrapped movie by not Marvel, by DC. They were originally planning to have that be a movie, but it got scrapped. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I'm not DC. I could see it as an animated movie, not. I could see it more as an animated movie than. No, where's Dagger? Where's Cloak? I already said that. I realized what I said just then. I was like, no, what about Dagger? Like, wait, we are Dagger. I kinda like it that she has magic too, but I don't know. Okay, Cloak, come down! Come here, Cloak.
Another problem solved. So, what's next for our death-defying duo?
Wait, can't you? No, he can turn invisible, right? I like the way he turns invisible. It's kind of unique. Oh no, it's Blackout! Don't even remember his name. He's like, it's Blackout! One thing I like about the Marvel games is it's so easy to know what their abilities are if you just know the character from the comics. Like, you know, that's the only way I can remember what Cloak does and what Dagger does. And I'm like, oh, their names. I was surprised, maybe it's the evil part of me. I really think Freeform could do well with Marvel shows. Especially, I was surprised by Cloak and Dagger. Because I thought that was originally planned by Sony, because they are Spider-Man characters. I know people say, what do you mean they're Spider-Man characters? They're Marvel characters. Like, no, they're Spider-Man characters. And, I don't know, they are Spider-Man characters. They work better in Spider-Man's world, because they live in Spider-Man's world. I'm not saying, but you see about any characters. No, there's some characters that, you said, like, appear in the... There's some characters that just don't work in their worlds. Like, you can't see... I'm gonna sneeze. Like, you can't see a Doctor Strange villain existing in the Iron Man universe, or... Oh, that was kinda cool. I thought it was cool. Dagger? Oh, yeah, that's Cloak. Can Cloak do this? No, Cloak! No, Cloak! If only you learn how to swim! I get what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to cross over there and move there. I'm not an idiot. I may resemble one. I may act like one, but I'm not an idiot. No! Dagger. Help. Okay. Okay, then we go to Dagger. Use that. And then Cloak comes over. Good Cloaky. Hilarious.
Aw, back together at long last.
Okay, Cloak, follow me. No. Wait, I can just stand on this. What was the point of you coming there? Just kind of off to the right. Wouldn't that sink that wood? I mean, I've seen Titanic. I know what happens when stuff hits wood. I also have a relationship, so I know also what happens when stuff hits wood. No, I don't. I was a joke. Not a good one, but it was a joke. I was trying.
Powerful powers and reasonably competent in the art of fishing? Is there anything these guys can do?
Make a successful TV show. Blackout. I think this sounds so badass. It's so stupid.
Blackout's got henchmen doing his dirty work. Maybe I should get some of these guys to do my chores.
I don't need that. You can pay someone to do your dishes. Like that's a. I don't know. Would they? If you hire like a goon, like what if the skill is just like I'm a goon? Would they do it? Oh, dodge! No, dodge! Dodge! I will say, I think our show is gonna be good. If it is, it's gonna be incredible. One thing I do worry is that it's gonna. I heard good things. They released. They did a premiere of the first episode, and they said the connection, the chemistry between the two characters is what's selling the show. And I agree. I think that's important. If they don't have chemistry, then it's gonna be kind of boring.
Whoa, looks like someone woke up on the wrong side of the lab this morning.
Come on, Dagger, come on! Oh. Okay, I think you're supposed to use magic. You want to? You did him twice? That's misleading. I just like playing with Dagger. Or it isn't white stuff, you know. I will say I like that they look very similar to how they look in the show and in the comic they showed. I would have preferred if they did cutscenes for this stuff. I talked about that before. I think Force Awakens is the only LEGO game that uses real cutscenes like we talked. To be honest, I think LEGO Marvel's Avengers could have been better if they incorporated like DLC for other games, like other movies. Like I know there was an Ant-Man pack. No, I didn't want to hit by the duck. But I'm thinking of something really funny right now. That is the function of a rubber ducky.
Oh yeah!
Yes, we now know the function of a rubber ducky. It's to hit people with. Take that, take that. No, take that. Nope, no. Nope. Take that! Well, that ends this part.
Wow, that was Blackout, huh? He didn't last too long, did he? That's what happens when you mess around with Dark Force manipulation, kids. I know what you're thinking. What happened to the evil criminal mastermind? There'll be a twist here somewhere, but I can't work out what it is. IMO. Looks like Cloak and Dagger just need to start enjoying their powers. I mean, that's what I do. You get what you're given. Gotta see the positive side.
Gwenpool, that's why I love you. But this is the Cloak and Dagger level in character pack. Next time, I want to say but I'm not entirely sure, because I want to keep the trend going, but it's like, but then I want to do something else. You know, like, why do you want to do something else? I say, because I want to. And then they say, why do you want to? Because America, that's why. I know I'm ranting some more, but that was double trouble. Double and boil, I don't know. We have to use one. 500. What are you gonna get? We'll tell them if you like, comment, subscribe, and we'll decide what the next one is later. Bye.